You've been lied to since the day you were born, and the worst part, you believed it. They told you that you're just a body, a name, a set of labels stitched together by what you do, how much you make, and what others think of you. But what if I told you that none of that is actually you? What if the real you isn't physical at all, but eternal, divine, and far beyond this earthly illusion? Sounds crazy, right? But here's the uncomfortable truth. You are not human. You are something far more powerful, pretending to be one. You're a soul, a piece of God itself, having a temporary experience in a human body. And once you remember that, nothing in your life will ever look the same again. In this video, I'll show you why everything you've been taught about your identity is a distraction from your true nature, and how to break free from that illusion, starting today. If you stay with me until the end, I'll show you how to tap into a forgotten power that's been quietly guiding you all along. The kind of power that doesn't need permission, approval, or proof. It just needs one thing: remembrance. 1. The forgotten truth about who you really are. Most people walk around thinking they're just a name on an ID and a bunch of memories inside a body. It's no one's fault. This is the illusion we were all raised in. From childhood, we're told to fit in, get in line, and be realistic. But something never quite feels right, does it? That subtle restlessness, that nagging feeling that you're meant for something more. That's not imagination. That's your soul trying to wake you up from a dream you didn't know you were in. Look at how we speak. My mind, my body, my life. Those phrases give it all away. The deeper truth is hidden in plain sight. You're not those things. You're the one experiencing them. Your consciousness, the silent awareness behind the thoughts, watching the story unfold. That's why no matter how much you change your body or your job, you still feel something's missing. You can't fix a spiritual identity crisis with material distractions. You've got to look inward, not outward. It's like driving a car. You don't become the car when you sit behind the wheel. You use it to move through space, but you're still you, the one driving. Your body is the same way. You were here before it, and you'll be here after it. That's what ancient spiritual teachings, quantum scientists, and mystical traditions have been pointing to all along. You are not this physical form. You're the divinity behind the wheel, navigating this earthly ride for a much bigger reason than just survival. If that seems hard to believe, it's because you've been programmed to forget. Every system around you, from media to school to culture, conditions you to identify with the form, not the formless. But what if the goal of life isn't to build an identity, but to remember the one that was never lost? What if the reason you're here is to shatter the illusion and reclaim your true nature? Something powerful starts to happen the moment you ask that question. 2. This body is just a costume. The body is convincing, isn't it? You can see it, touch it, feed it, and dress it up. But here's the twist. It's not you. It's just a high-tech suit your soul wears for a short mission on this plane. Think of it like a costume in a theater play. The actor steps into a role, lives it out with full intensity, but never forgets he's not the character. Most people, though, get so caught up in the costume that they forget they're the soul wearing it. They live and die by a mask, never realizing the show was meant to reveal, not conceal, their real identity. You don't say, "I am body," you say, "my body." That tiny grammatical choice holds massive spiritual weight. It proves you own the body, but you're not in the body the way you think. You, the real you, are observing the body. You're the one who feels the pain, but isn't the pain itself. The one who notices the thoughts, but doesn't become them. When you start to really observe this, the illusion begins to crack. Not intellectually, experientially. You feel the space between you and the form. That space is freedom. People get trapped in identity roles, parent, worker, husband, leader, and forget they were something before all that. This amnesia leads to suffering, because when life shakes one of those roles, the person feels like they're falling apart. But the soul doesn't fall apart. The soul observes, learns, and grows. That's why meditation, breathwork, or even just moments of silence can feel so liberating. They remind you that your awareness, your consciousness, isn't tied to any title, task, or skin. Here's something you can try right now. Sit still, close your eyes, and just notice the feeling of having a body. Don't think about it. Just notice it. You'll begin to sense that you are behind the scenes, like a director watching the stage. It's subtle, but profound. The moment you stop identifying with the form and begin identifying as the formless, your perspective shifts completely. You realize you're not here to become somebody. You're here to remember you've always been something far beyond this flesh. 3. You are a wave in the infinite ocean of God. Picture an ocean with no shore, no bottom, no beginning or end. Now imagine a single wave rising from that ocean, moving, crashing, forming shape. That wave might believe it's on its own, but it's made of the same water as the rest of the sea. That's you. You're not separate from consciousness. You're not outside of divinity. You are a ripple of the infinite, appearing here on earth to live out a moment of experience. And just like the wave, you will return to the vastness that birthed you. The illusion begins when the wave thinks it's all there is. That's what most people fall into, thinking their job, their background, their thoughts are the full story. But they're just the surface. Underneath all that noise is the same eternal presence that moves through everything. This isn't poetry, it's physics, it's mysticism. It's your direct experience if you're quiet enough to feel it. When you look at the sky and feel awe, or when you hold someone you love and forget the world, that's a glimpse of the ocean behind the wave. And here's what's wild. The universe doesn't just live around you, it lives through you. You're not here to observe the divine. You are the divine, observing itself from a unique angle. That's the beauty of being human. You're not a mistake or a fluke of biology. You're a moment of God looking through your eyes, feeling your hands, loving through your heart. When you start to realize this, even your daily struggles start to feel like sacred ground. Every challenge becomes a reminder of your real source. So next time you feel small or powerless, remember the ocean. Remember that no wave rises on its own. The same force that moves galaxies is flowing through your nervous system, animating your breath, beating your heart. You're not just a human going through spiritual experiences. You're a fragment of God, having an earthly one. And if you're a wave made of that ocean, imagine what else lies beneath the surface, waiting for you to remember. 4. Science is finally catching up with the mystics. For centuries, mystics were dismissed as dreamers, lost in metaphors and fantasies. But look at what modern science is starting to reveal, especially quantum physics. The double-slit experiment shows that observation changes reality itself. That's not theory. That's measurable. It suggests that consciousness plays an active role in shaping the physical world. And if your awareness can alter particles, then maybe your reality isn't as fixed as you were told. Maybe you've had more power all along, but no one taught you how to use it. Mystics have said for thousands of years that everything is connected, that separation is just illusion. Now, quantum entanglement proves particles can be linked across space instantly. Scientists can't explain why, but mystics don't need to. They've always known the soul doesn't follow physical laws. It operates in a field beyond time. That's why you can feel someone's energy from miles away, or why intuition speaks before logic. These aren't accidents. They're echoes of the interconnected field you come from. And let's not forget the zero-point field, an invisible ocean of energy that fills even empty space. Science says this field exists beneath everything. Sound familiar? That's the same field mystics call divinity, source, or universal consciousness. It's not out there, it's in you. You're not standing on a planet lost in space. You are space. You are the field. Your soul was never separate. It was just wrapped in layers of forgetfulness, waiting to be remembered through silence, awareness, and inner work. When you start connecting these dots, everything changes. Suddenly, spirituality isn't superstition, it's science waiting for better language. And science at its peak starts to sound a lot like spiritual wisdom. The only difference is one uses formulas, the other uses metaphor. But both point to the same thing. You are not just observing reality, you are co-creating it. And once that truth clicks, you'll never see yourself or your life the same way again. 5. How to remember your divine identity. Waking up begins by challenging the identity you've worn your whole life. You were taught to respond to a name, carry titles, and act according to the expectations tied to those roles. But who were you before anyone called you anything? That's where the real journey starts. The soul doesn't care about your job title or how many followers you have. It cares about truth. And the truth is, there's a quiet, unshakable presence in you that's always been watching, patiently waiting for you to notice it. You can catch glimpses of this presence in simple ways. Try this. Close your eyes and notice your thoughts. They come and go like clouds across the sky, but you're not the cloud, you're the sky. That space between your thoughts, that's you. Not the voice in your head, but the awareness behind the voice. It's subtle, but once you feel it, it's unforgettable. That silence isn't empty, it's full of divinity. It's the part of you untouched by pain, status, or past mistakes. The world pulls your attention outward, always demanding, always distracting, but the soul pulls inward, toward stillness. That's why practices like meditation, conscious breathing, or even mindful walking are so powerful. They don't do anything to you. They just remove the noise so you can remember what was always there. You don't have to go to a mountaintop. You don't have to chant in Sanskrit. Just sit in silence and listen for the part of you that never changes. It's always whispering beneath the chaos. And don't expect fireworks. This kind of remembering is quiet, like a light slowly coming on in a dark room. But once it does, everything looks different. You begin to act with more peace, more clarity, more power. Not because you've added anything, but because you've remembered what was never missing. That's when you stop chasing validation from the outside and start recognizing the soul within. And once you touch that space, the next layer of your divine nature starts revealing itself. 6. You are multidimensional and eternal. Most people think of themselves as one single person, locked into one lifetime. But the soul doesn't work like that. It operates on many levels, across multiple layers of existence. It's like a radio that can tune into different frequencies. Most of the time, you're stuck on the channel of daily life, bills, work, routines. But when you silence the static, other channels begin to come through. Intuition, synchronicities, dreams. They're not just random. They're signals from deeper aspects of your consciousness. You've probably felt it before, a gut feeling that turned out to be right, or a sense that someone was about to call you, and they did. That's not coincidence. That's your higher self reaching through the noise, guiding you. These are fragments of your divinity nudging you toward alignment. Ancient traditions describe these as soul layers: the physical self, the energetic self, the intuitive self, the eternal self. All of them are you, just playing different roles in the same divine opera. And it doesn't stop at intuition. With dedicated practice like deep meditation, lucid dreaming, or breath work, you can begin to tap into realms beyond time and space. You can access wisdom you didn't know you had. People call these out-of-body experiences, astral travel, or higher consciousness states. They're not fantasies. They're the natural capabilities of a soul that's no longer limited by the illusion of the body. These experiences remind you that your identity is far more expansive than anything you've been taught. The beauty of knowing this? You stop feeling stuck. You stop thinking this life is all there is, or that one bad moment defines you. You begin to see every difficulty as just one layer of your multidimensional self evolving through experience. And when you look at life from that angle, something powerful happens. You stop fearing death, stop chasing status, and start living like someone who remembers who they are. That remembrance is sacred, and it prepares you for the next step in the soul's cosmic journey. 7. Your life is a sacred mission in the cosmic plan. You didn't land on this planet by accident. You weren't just thrown into a random family, in a random country doing random things. That's part of the illusion. The truth is, your soul chose this life. It chose the lessons, the timing, and even the people that would help shape its growth. That might sound crazy, especially when life feels unfair, but when you zoom out from the ego and into consciousness, the bigger picture starts to emerge. This isn't just survival, it's initiation. The Emerald Tablets speak of a path each soul walks toward unity with the All. That path doesn't look the same for everyone. Some face loss, others success, others isolation, but all of it serves a purpose, remembering divinity. Karma isn't punishment, it's refinement. Every challenge you face is a portal, every setback is a mirror showing where you've forgotten who you are. The soul doesn't care about comfort, it cares about expansion. And Earth is one of the most powerful classrooms in the universe. Think of your life like a sacred mission, where every moment is encoded with opportunity. That argument you had with your father? It's not just drama. It's an invitation to break ancestral cycles. That feeling of being lost in your job, it's your soul whispering that you're meant to create, not just perform. You're not here to copy anyone else's path. You're here to walk your own, with awareness, courage, and integrity. And the more aligned you are with your soul's truth, the more the universe rearranges itself to support you. And it's not just about you. Your awakening feeds the collective. Every time you choose awareness over reaction, love over fear, you send a ripple through the field of consciousness. That's how the illusion starts to collapse, not through war, but through remembrance. You are the flame of the cosmos, and your light matters. Each lifetime is a chapter in your soul's infinite story. And this one right now is the one where you start to remember the ending before it even arrives. If you want to elevate your vibrations and manifest with more ease, I have prepared something special for you. Click the link in the first pinned comment and join us in the journey of awakening your inner mage.